Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
It's an $80 million question. The lawyer who literally wrote the book on the subject weighs in on Aretha Franklin's supposed handwritten will, and what she thinks about it just might surprise you.
Developing right now, Detroit City Council approves a land deal paving the way for a massive new FCA assembly plant in Detroit. But there's a hang-up that almost put the entire plan in jeopardy.
Matthew Stafford opening up about his wife's battle to bounce back from brain surgery.
Situations like this, change your perspective on a lot of things and kind of, put stuff, where it should be.
Good to have you with us today at 5. And today, for the first time on camera anyway, Matthew Stafford answered questions about the good and the bad as his wife Kelly recovers from surgery to remove a brain tumor.
And Stafford, who's normally pretty quiet, was candid about it too. Dr. Frank McGeorge has been following Kelly's progress since she announced her diagnosis. And Doc, they both have a lot to be thankful for here.
Absolutely, Devin and Kimberly. We've seen Matthew Stafford by his wife's side every step of the way as she shared updates on her recovery on Instagram. But we haven't heard much from Stafford until now, and he had a lot to say about his wife's strength and their gratitude.
She's tough. She's doing a heck of a job. It's a lot to go through for anybody, especially a mother of 3 and a wife to somebody that's got a high-profile job like myself.
Matthew Stafford was quick to admit it's been a challenge to balance his responsibilities at home and to the Lions.
Some days I was, Kelly had a good night. Some days I was here loving it, and Kelly had a bad night. I was trying to get home as fast as I can, so it's been up and down, just as we kind of expected it to be. Just happy for the support. It's been overwhelming, I know, for her and for me and our whole family, so we really appreciate it.
He said the Lions organization has been incredible and flexible with his schedule.
Everybody here has been extremely supportive, and so my teammates have been great too, so they understand. They know that I'm committed, I'm dedicated to this team and our future and our season. But at the same time, a lot of those guys have families too and understand, how important that is as well. Situations like this, change your perspective on a lot of things and kind of, put stuff, where it should be.
As for football,
it's been all hands on deck for quite a while, but it's good for me to get back here with these guys and play some football.
Now, he actually said Kelly told him to, quote, get the heck out of the house and go take care of what you need to take care of. And that's apparently what he now intends to do.
That's fantastic. She just posted pictures. They were at a wedding this weekend. She looks great. It's really nice that she's doing well.
Oh, yeah. Good recovery.
Yeah. All right, Doc. Thanks, Doc. All right, our other top story at 5, Detroit City Council approves a key land swap deal, paving the way for a new FCA assembly plant on Detroit's east side.
That plant expected to bring an estimated $2.5 billion in investment and nearly 5,000 jobs. Business editor Rob Maloney was at today's council meeting and shows us what almost put the brakes on the whole thing.
The knock on the city of Detroit for a very long time has been you can't get anything done, but take a look at this. This berm, which was here when they made the announcement, was down within days after the news conference. And now that the city council has approved 12 different ordinances that greenlight the FCA project, there is going to be a new automotive plant in the city of Detroit, the first time in generations. The FCA Jeep assembly plant's become an oasis in what has long been a vast, dry economic desert.
Today was historic. It's no doubt it's the greatest day in my term as mayor. Detroit was the city that built the middle class in America, and today we started to rebuild the middle class in Detroit.
Of course, Detroit City Council is skeptical in many ways, in particular the land swaps with Matty Maroon and others, and whether the promised 5,000 jobs will actually go to Detroiters. Councilmember Raquel Castadena Lopez was a no vote on some of the proposals.
I cannot compromise, though, ethically and morally on some of the land transactions being presented today, where we have a corporation who has illegally occupied public land for years, who is not being held accountable, and now we are giving him parcels of land.
And the UAW national contract dictates temporary and laid-off Chrysler employees are first in line, but the mayor does believe there will be ample Detroiter job opportunities. He's still wowed by what might have been.
Who, you want to talk about a leap of faith. They had a cornfield all set to go in another state they could have done without any muss or fuss, and instead they went through the city community benefits process.
And that is no easy process to go through. He wouldn't say where that cornfield was, and it really doesn't matter anymore, but it might have just been a real problem for Detroit going forward. We now have the auto plant. They also had to trade the Millennium parking garage in all of this, and some of the council was not happy about it. The mayor says there's going to be a city-based website where Detroiters can go and actually apply for these jobs. He's encouraging anybody who wants one of these automotive jobs to go ahead and apply, because over time, there'll be thousands of jobs to be had. Devin, back to you.
What about his concerns that Detroiters won't be able to get those jobs?
You know, it's interesting that you mentioned that, Devin, because what the mayor said was, look, Detroiters have to understand that when it comes to marijuana usage, he said FCA tests, and if you test positive, you don't get a job. So he said it takes 45 days for that to wear off, and he says if you're going to end up trying to go to work here, you can't be smoking dope.
Yeah, recruiters have been talking about the law and your employer being two different things right now, that's for sure. All right, Rod. Kim.
Well, back in December, 50-year-old retired Sterling Heights Police Sergeant Darrell Brown was walking around downtown Detroit with a relative when he was struck and killed by a drunk driver who just drove off. Well, today, 6 months later, the driver, Jimmy Pirowich, was sentenced in that deadly crash. Our Nick Monticelli takes us inside the courtroom with a look at how Sergeant Brown's family reacted to justice finally being served.
Good evening. Even though on the low end he could spend 3.5 years in prison, the Brown family is okay with the sentence. But they also wanted the court to know that the future is lost. Children don't have their father, and a wife is now a widow.
We have lost the future together and all its potential.
The families of victims of crimes often say it's nearly impossible to summarize the impact that death is having on them, but they all try, as Darrell Brown's family did this morning.
He has missed Christmas, New Year's, and Easter. He has missed 2 family vacations that I had to cancel because I couldn't bear to take him without him.
Jennifer Fonts and Brown were married for more than 2 decades. He, a Sterling Heights police sergeant, she, a Macomb County Circuit Court judge, who sounded like both a wife and judge today.
I hope that everyone in this room and anyone that we can touch can learn from this horrible tragedy, and hopefully no one else will make the same mistake.
Brown was hit and killed by Jim Pirowich in December of last year right in front of the Renaissance Center. Pirowich pled guilty to driving drunk and killing Brown. Security cameras captured the crash as Brown was walking across the street.
I'm both ashamed and disgusted that my irresponsible choices took away such a special life from those who love him dearly.
Brown leaves behind 2 children.
He will miss all the important opportunities to give wise fatherly advice. He will miss all the major and minor events in their life. He will miss their happiness, and he will miss their sorrows.
But even in the sentencing, Judge Fonts wanted the court to know she understands that 2 families are devastated by this. She knows the Pirowich family is suffering as well. At the Frank Murphy Hall of Justice, Nick Monticelli, Local 4.
Okay, Nick, and Sergeant Darrell Brown served the city of Sterling Heights for 26 years, more than half of his life, before retiring back in 2017. In a Local 4 News update, Ford's latest round of job cuts began today. The automaker announced it will cut white-collar positions globally through August. It's part of a cost-cutting effort which will save $600 million a year. The layoffs are part of the company's organizational redesign. Ford will be handing out pink slips through Friday.
It is now a done deal. Former Michigan coach John Beilein introduced today as the Cleveland Cavaliers' new head basketball coach.
That didn't even seem right there. As Beilein took to the podium in Cleveland, there's a whole bunch of action and talk here in Ann Arbor about what's next. And Bernie, you're here to kind of sort it all out for us, I guess.
Okay, well, we'll start in Ann Arbor. That's a good idea. That's where Juwan Howard visited today. Sources there tell us he was impressive in his interview, but other sources also say there has been no contract offer made as of this moment. Providence head coach Ed Cooley is going to stay with the Friars. He got an extension, so he dropped out of this job search. Meanwhile, in Cleveland, John Beilein was introduced as the head coach of the Cavaliers. Beilein says leaving Michigan was difficult.
I'm telling you, I feel so good, and I hated leaving a great place like the University of Michigan. It could only be for something special like this. We have something special like right here in front of us.
All right. So to sum it up, John Beilein officially with the Cavaliers. Sources tell us Juwan Howard was impressive, but as of this moment, no offer has been made to any candidate.